WWDC 25 has come and gone, and now we can set our sights on September for Apple's biggest event of the year. Bringing all new hardware to multiple lineups, the Apple Watch Series 11 and Ultra 3 are about to make their debut, and this video will go over all the leaks and rumors. If you're a big Apple fan or looking to buy a new Apple Watch or any Apple product this coming year, please consider subscribing to the channel and like the video if you find it helpful. Last year, we saw the release of Apple Watch Series 10 featuring a thinner design, bigger display, water-depth notifications, faster charging, and a whole lot more. What we didn't see was the new design that was rumored to be coming out. But what happened to that new design? Ahead of the launch of the Apple Watch Series 10, rumors circulated that Apple was working on a special anniversary version of the device dubbed the Apple Watch X. This anticipated redesign was said to include a thinner casing and a novel method for attaching bands to the device using magnetic connection. However, this change would have rendered existing bands incompatible with the new Apple Watch models. With the Series 10, we did get a thinner casing, but there is no new band attachment system, and it's not clear if this has been scrapped entirely, but is not a rumor that's popped back up for the Series 11. Apple didn't acknowledge the 10th anniversary of the Apple Watch last year, so that could be something that will come up in the Series 11 launch. The first update, though, is a new modem. Right now, Apple Watch uses Intel cellular modems that are limited to LTE connectivity, but Apple is planning instead to adopt technology from MediaTek for future Apple Watch models. MediaTek's modem chip supports 5G RedCap, which is a 5G service specifically designed for wearables that don't need standard 5G speeds. 5G RedCap could bring 5G connectivity to Apple Watch, which would likely be an improvement over the existing LTE connectivity options. Not super groundbreaking, but it could improve battery life by using a different network and be more reliable in general. An updated S11 chip could be around the corner as well. The S11 chip would have a more compact, efficient design, and it could bring other optimizations to battery life, along with additional space for a larger battery or other components. For health features, what Apple Watch is really focusing on is getting some more features as well. Apple is working on a blood pressure monitoring feature that could potentially launch in 2025 models. However, there have been rumors of development issues that could delay its release, an issue that has plagued new health features for a long time. When blood pressure monitoring is added to the Apple Watch, it won't provide exact systolic and diastolic measurements, but instead will simply monitor hypertension and alert users if the condition is detected over time. Hypertension is a serious health condition where blood pressure remains high for an extended period, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other complications. If an Apple Watch user receives a hypertension alert, they can then provide the information to the medical professional for further testing, similar to how the existing atrial fibrillation features work on the Apple Watch. However, Apple has been facing challenges with accuracy and reliability, which could potentially delay the launch of this feature. WatchOS 26 was just announced, and with it comes a small redesign to match the liquid glass look all Apple products are receiving. In WatchOS 26, Apple introduced a new version of the Health app that offers personalized health recommendations to help users adopt healthier lifestyles. The new version will likely integrate with the Apple Watch, utilizing data gathered by the watch to provide on-device guidance. Additionally, Apple may introduce food tracking features in the future, aiming to compete with popular apps like MyFitnessPal. In early 2024, Apple Watch models sold in the United States have lacked blood oxygen monitoring capabilities. This was due to Apple's forced removal of the feature or risk facing an import ban for patent violations. Consequently, no Apple Watch Series 10 models in the US have a functional blood oxygen monitoring feature, and it appears that the Apple Watch 11 will not have it either. Despite Apple's ability to re-enable blood oxygen monitoring via software update, since the hardware is still present, there have been no indications of whether and when this feature will be reintroduced. Apple has not shown any willingness to settle with Masimo, the company that sued it, nor have we heard any rumors of an alternative solution. Apple could potentially win an appeal of the case, settle, or develop a new method for blood oxygen sensing that avoids Masimo's technology. However, if none of these scenarios materialize, blood oxygen sensing may remain unavailable for years. Masimo's patents are set to expire in 2028, providing a glimmer of hope that blood oxygen sensing could be reintroduced before the end of the decade. Now, what about the price and release date? We can expect the Series 11 to drop in September, along with the iPhone 17 lineup, and price is said to stay around the $399 price point, but with the ever-changing world of tariffs, that could change. Now let's talk about the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Apple didn't update the Apple Watch Ultra in 2024, opting to introduce a new color, so it's due for a light refresh. There are some exclusive features that are rumored for the Apple Watch Ultra that will further distinguish it from the standard Apple Watch lineup. Like the Series 11, the Ultra 3 is set to receive the same 5G red cap the Series 11 is getting, but the Ultra is rumored to be getting satellite connectivity. Right now, satellite connectivity is limited to the iPhone 14 and later models. However, by integrating it into the Apple Watch Ultra, Apple aims to enhance its competitiveness against companies like Garmin that offer dedicated satellite hardware for off-the-grid emergency use. The Apple Watch Ultra is primarily designed for hikers, scuba divers, and individuals who frequently engage into activities in remote locations. Therefore, a backup connection would undoubtedly enhance its appeal to its target audience. With satellite integration, the Apple Watch Ultra will enable users to connect with available Globalstar satellites, allowing them to send text and share their location information when cellular networks and Wi-Fi are unavailable. This feature could be restricted to emergency situations or available for texting, similar to satellite connectivity on the iPhone. It is anticipated that satellite connectivity will be a unique feature exclusive to the Apple Watch Ultra and is unlikely to be added to the Watch Series 11. Now, what about design, which has not changed except for a new black color added last year? With the Apple Watch Series 10, Apple introduced an LTPO3 OLED display that's larger and brighter than the Apple Watch Ultra display. This display also features faster refresh rates, enabling a live ticking second hand on certain watch faces. This year, Apple could bring these display improvements to the Apple Watch Ultra. It's possible the Apple Watch Ultra 3 will feature the same wide-angle OLED display that's up to 40% brighter at certain viewing angles, as well as faster refresh rates for that seconds hand. Apple also redesigned the back of the Apple Watch Series 10, making it metal instead of ceramic. Additionally, the charging coil and integrated antenna have been enlarged. These changes are likely to be incorporated into the Apple Watch Ultra 3 as well. All other health features being added to the Series 11 will also be added to the Ultra 3. And that is everything we know so far about the Apple Watch lineup coming in September. If you're in the market for a new Apple Watch, let me know which one you're planning on picking up in the comments below and which features you're really looking forward to. As always, if you made it to the end of the video, I greatly appreciate you watching, and please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.